The Babbler is out of retirement. Today we're talking about the Giants offense and mainly Jackson Dart, the quarterback of the New York Giants. So I think Jackson Dart is going to have 4,200 passing yards and between 29 and 32 passing touchdowns. So let me break down how I think that's going to happen. I think Malik Neighbors may or may not still be injured, so I don't think he's going to play the full set of games. I think he's going to play 10 to 14 games. And what I need out of him as a bare minimum is 1,200 yards. We recently added Juju Smith Schuster. I would like the veteran presence of Juju Smith Schuster and everything that he's learned in his career to get 500 yards. So now we're at 1,700 yards. We also added all-time Giants great player Odell Beckham Jr. I don't really care how many yards he gets. I just want him to get 4 to 5 touchdowns, and that's good with me. The tight end room for the Giants is going to be Isaiah Likely and Theo Johnson. And we all know that John Harbaugh has a hard on for his tight ends. Now, Theo Johnson was electric last season. Hopefully, he replicates that to at least 80%. And Isaiah Likely takes on a strong role and isn't a complete bozo. So I'd like them both combined to have 750 yards. Darius Slayton, I think he's going to take a step back with all the wide receivers in the room now and maybe heavy tight end usage. Also, last season he dropped a couple balls, was kind of disappointing. And well, it's a new regime, right? New coaching staff. No one has rapport with each other in terms of the players and quarterbacks. So I think he takes a step back. I think he's got under 200 yards. Darnell Mooney's coming in. For me, he's kind of a disappointment with his, what, like 5 year career. However, he's been healthy enough to get 400 yards every season he plays. So I'm going to ask for only 300 yards, but it wouldn't surprise me if he was around 600 or, just above 300. But I think 600-ish is like the ceiling. Maybe 700 is kind of drastic. Calvin Austin, I liked what he did on the field last season. I'm going to ask for 250 yards, right? I'm kind of lowballing a lot of these receivers, right? Because Giants fans, we get out of hand sometimes. Maybe my next video when I talk about the Giants' win-loss prediction for the season, I'll get out of hand. Okay, all right. I'm got a number in my head is maybe 10 wins. All right, you know. So Calvin Austin, 250 yards. Any other receiver or tight end that isn't really a main guy, I'm going to just throw on another 200 yards there, aka like Braxton Berrios, Isaiah Hodgins type shit. Uh, the rookie we signed in the third round, Malachi Fields, I watched very limited tape on him. I think he's a durable receiver. I think he's going to be a nice outlet for Jackson Dart. I'm not really sure what his top end speed is. I don't think it's very high. I think he's going to have good hands for the ability to have a strong contested catch rate. And personally, watching the college film, I think he's going to get beat by NFL defenders. So uh, the reason I think he's just too obvious when he's trying to catch the ball, and I think a veteran cornerback in the league is just gonna be like, oh, this guy's trying to catch the ball. Let me turn around and take that shit from him. That shit doesn't work in the NFL. Works in college though. So I hope that he learns from Odell, maybe even Juju. I'm not really sure where Juju's at, mentally. I'd like him to learn from Odell to learn how to perform at a higher level. I like that he's on the Giants, and I kind of wanted him to just maybe outperform Calvin Austin because I like Calvin Austin. So I'd want him to outperform Calvin Austin, maybe give Darnell Mooney a run for his money. I asked for 300 from Darnell Mooney. I will ask for 350 from Malachi Fields. And then the running backs, I kind of hope we sign somebody early in the season, but we got Scatabo, however you say it. It's my fucking legend. Love that guy. Tyrone Tracy. I think receiving. I think the running backs. Whoever else is in there. Hopefully not Eric Gray's anatomy. Give me 500 yards, bro, from the receivers. So, sorry, the running backs. Little dump passes, little magic, little fucking carry the fucking game. Little three touchdowns on the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? And right around there, what is that like 4,200 yards? I mean, I also, given that like I was being low with the numbers and I didn't give any yards for Odell, I think it's disappointing if Jackson Dart is below 4,200 yards. I think if he hits 42, it's fine. I think if he goes above that, that's great. The touchdown prediction 29 to 32. If he outperforms that, I'd be very surprised. If he underperforms that, I'd be kind of bummed. Um, he might overperform it just because maybe Malik Neighbors is more healthy. Maybe we have another receiver that gets a lot closer to 1,000. Because basically, I mean, I have the highest one here is Darnell Mooney's absolute ceiling of 600 yards, right? So no one is even 700, 800, 900, 1,000. If we have anybody else near 1,000, we should have more scores. Yeah. So what I was gonna say, if we have another receiver, we should have more scores. We could also have more scores if our defense is trash, which is a high possibility. But yeah, I mean, I think that's reasonable. I think 4,200 yards, a nice 4,000-yard passing season, given that he stays healthy, and some touchdowns. And honestly, that's even achievable with a Jameis Winston, who you might need because Jackson Dart might try to kill himself this season again. So, you know, I think the offense can be pretty good this season. And that's the babbler out of retirement.